see maybe somebody talking and very politely, and then the inner child's fighting or something. So could you tell us a little bit?
Well, if you read the book The User Illusion, one of the things you will come across is that 11 million bits of information playing per second, and the conscious mind is only aware of 15 of them. And so since I don't know, and divinity knows what those memories are replaying, then I'm willing to do the cleaning, because then divinity will come down and make any changes in me that I need to make. But the wonder of the Ho'oponopono is that whatever gets let go out of you by divinity gets let go of the whole universe. So as long as you're at peace, the whole universe is at peace. If the universe is having problems anywhere, then the question is, what's going on in me that I need to take care of?
We always say peace starts with us.
Yeah.
And what about how does apply to relationship, when we are looking for the perfect person, and then we find out that the perfect person is God, that will give us more opportunities to clean, that will show us what to clean.
The perfect person you would find in a pure heart. So if you're pure at heart, that anyone that you see, the relationship, whether the relationship is with this plant, the relationship is with the camera, the relationship is with it, as long as you're at zero, the relationship is always perfect. So the relationships have nothing to do with, quote, what is out there. Relationship has to do with you. And as long as you're at peace with yourself, relationships work. Yeah.
Okay. So how this applies to business and money?
Well, I think that it's the same thing. If you're in a relationship with a business or with money, as long as it's zero, that money and that business can do what it came to do. But if you put money first, you put the business first, then you're going to be in trouble. Like you see now, the whole stock market, the whole business community is poofy. But for me, the money only comes from God. Perfect relationship only comes from God, and my job is to make sure that I'm at zero, so divinity will give to me what is perfect and right for me. Yeah.
So, for somebody that doesn't know anything, what would you say? Where do we start? Because people say, how do you start really trusting yourself? How do you start the cleaning? How do you trust enough that you just say thank you and you let go because God is taking care of it?
Well, I think first of all, one has to realize that one is created in the image of God, perfect in every way. And for us, perfect means being infinite and being zero. That means no constraints, no borders, no nothing, no judgments, no right, no wrong, no good, no bad. As long as you're willing to be at that state of mind where you're pure in heart, everything will work for you and everything will work for everybody else.
You say the problem is not a problem unless we say it's a problem, and the problem is not the problem, but how we react to the problem is the problem. Could you comment on that? Because, some people come to Ho'oponopono because they think, then I will not have any problems.
Well, first of all, you're only here as a prodigal child. What does that mean? You're here because divinity loves you so much that divinity is giving you a chance to make amends so that you can be free of your past. Once you're free, then everybody else is free, and then you get what you need, which is inspiration, and everybody else gets it. So ultimately, you're responsible, 100% responsible.
Well, that's great. For me, realizing, and as you know, I had to take a couple of trainings in order to get to that place, but I always share with people how I was one of those students that came and told you, I think, but it doesn't work. And you came back and said no expectations. So I don't have any doubt since I let go of expectations and being willing to be patient, But how do you work with the problems again, because when something comes up, what is it that you do? Because people said, okay, you always tell us clean, but the question is, how does it look, the cleaning to you?
Well, if you're looking for the bank, let's say you're looking for wealth, you can only find it with a pure heart. You can only find it at zero. So the idea is you have to give up the world. You have to give up what you think is money, what is good about money, what is good about, but you have to give it all up. And so the way you do it is you do it simply by saying, I love you, thank you, drinking the soul water, doing the seaport product. But ultimately, you will find the divinity only at zero, only in a pure heart. And if you're not there, you'll be forever have problems.
Okay, so many people ask, okay, you say I'm cleaning, or clean. So how does that look, clean?
Well, first of all, you can't treat the I or God as a concierge. You can't say, I'm going to clean it and I want this. Wanting something is really a desire. And you know the definition of desire?
No, please.
Yeah, the definition is being away from the Father. Be means away and sire means Father. So anytime we want something, it's a desire. You're looking away from God. So the Ho'oponopono is about erasing desire called memories replaying so that you can be at zero at a pure heart. The Ho'oponopono is only about getting you back to the original state of a pure heart. So, who is your enemy? Well, Jesus said love your enemies, but who is your enemy? Can you tell me who your enemy is, Mabel Cott?
The memories inside of us.
So, and who are your neighbors? The memories inside. So Jesus, all these points that Jesus made is so with the Buddhists, is so with Zen. Your enemies are only your memories replaying. Your neighbors are your memories replaying. The Ho'oponopono is about erasing those things and taking you back to a pure heart or zero, or what Shakespeare called blank.
Well, before you mentioned about, like the crisis with the, this economics and how that means putting money first. So we are talking about Ho'oponopono being putting love first.
No, we got to be more specific. We're talking about putting yourself first, yourself being infinite zero, created in the exact likeness of God. So you're putting that part of you that is zero first, because at zero, that's where you're going to find the right relationship, the right idea, the right sources of wealth. But you can only find it at a pure heart. You can't find it any other place.
Okay, so when we are saying thank you, love you, is those enemies that are really inside of us.
Yeah, the enemies.
Our neighbors, like you said, are inside of us. So everything is inside.
Yeah. But what we got to be clear of is that the problems are in us. They're nowhere else in the universe. So it's like giving up the world. What is the world? Giving up our past memories of what we think is right, what we think is wrong, what we think is good, what we think is bad. Because all of humanity have a belief of what is right and wrong. And what divinity say, there's no right and wrong. At zero, you're perfect. You don't go into right and wrong.
Okay. Yeah. That reminds me of always the question is, what if I have a good memory?
Yeah, there's no such thing as a good memory. You're either zero and infinite, or you're hanging around with, what about my love for my children? Well, but if you were at zero, your children would get divinity's love, not yours. You want the love of God, not the love of what you think is right for your children. Yeah.
Okay, so going back to all this movement of the secret and the law of attraction that we mentioned before, people say, oh, visualize, think positive, and could you refer to those 15 thoughts per second that we are maybe...
Well, first of all, you have to know that divinity is always talking to you, always, but we blunt that. We blunt the talking, the hearing of divinity with what we think is right and perfect for us. And as long as we think being memories replaying, this is right and wrong, and this is right or good or bad for me, then we don't hear the voice of divinity. So if the voice is always there, the light is always there, it is always there. But we blunt that by having opinions, beliefs about what is right and wrong. So the Ho'oponopono is about erasing the memories, allowing the light to come through, but the light was always there, always.
Could you explain to us a little bit of how this cleaning works? It's not that we are the ones erasing, but how really it works. We are giving permission, but maybe you can explain it better.
Well, it's really simple. What we're saying is the problem is in me, the problem is a memory replaying, and I'm saying to God, I would like to make amends for that memory replaying my problem, replaying disease, replaying suffering. and I'm sorry. Please forgive me for